Hello guys, I am back with another video, and in the last video we did a review on why this is his best build, why he is actually pretty good too, not even an emergency nerf needed. But today we are going to do every star power slash gadget I recommend, and I'm not going to mention max or B in this because I don't have the maxed out singles or Griff, and I think it's obvious what you should have for Griff. Starting with the worst brawler in the game, Shelly. I use Band-Aid since it got buffed, and Clay Pigeons mostly, but Fast Forward is a better option for me. Nita. Bear with me if you're going to play in any other game mode, and Bear and Hyper Bear and Heist or Siege. That's it. Plus Fax Fur. If you're really still good with Bear's Paw, go ahead. Colt. Magnum Special, for the added range, I use it. And Slick Boots, if you can still handle without the range, and better off with more increased movement speed. Silver Bullet or Speed Loader, your choice. Bull. Either Tough Guy or Berserker. Tough Guy is good when you are pretty much far away from an enemy. So with his new trait, which is he auto charges super when he's hit, better off using Tough Guy because you can get it your super when you're low health. Stomper. I use this mainly a lot because I mostly like killing a lot of people up close. And since both super is one long straight line, I prefer using this over T-Bone Injector, but still this is pretty good in Heist or Siege. Jesse. Energize over Shocky. Only use Shocky. Never. This star power kind of sucks, but Energize with the slow or recoil spring if you're playing Heist or Siege. It's better if you have Energizer or Energize because that turret could mean value to you if you keep it alive. Same goes with Spark Plug. If you have it, it'll be pretty much easy to get your turret back. With Brock, Incendiary for stationary targets like the Heist, Safe, or the Ike. Not Rocket number 4 in any other game mode. If you're still good with Incendiary, go ahead. This gadget's kind of useless compared to Rocket Fuel. Dynamite. What a hard choice to make, to be honest. Dyna Jump is really skilled based. I'm not that bad with it, but I use Demolition to help me get my super back faster. Plus Satchel Charge over this. Really, why would you want to use Fidget Spinner? It still sucks after the buff. I mean, sure, Dynamite did get a fast movement speed. This kind of does help, but I'd rather use Satchel Charge. Bow. Preferable choice. His mines are still easy to dodge with Snare Bear. This is only good for like a few maps. Same goes for Super Totem with its recent rework where now you can't do the Nanny Bow thing, which is I've never done it before, but this is still better. Trapwire. Tripwire, if you still know how to use it, it's still a better choice. Same goes for Super Totem if you still know how to use it and keep it under pressure. Or for that matter, out of range for enemies. Tick. This explosive little happy little ball, well oiled over this. Unless you are really skilled at Tick, then go ahead, use automatic reload. I still use Last Hurrah after the nerf. I kind of use Minorama, but still, both good gadgets and star powers, but don't use this. Well, good. That's it. 8-bit. Plugged in if you're still mad about the nerf, where he lost his fast movement speed to like a normal movement speed and damage decrease too. I still use boosted booster sometimes, but this is still a good alternative, and extra credits and G cartridge are both good gadgets. But in my opinion, use extra credits so you can get your super faster. M's. Was it a hard choice for you? Hype. This heals you when an enemy's in their freaking super, and that's good. The Bad Karma's only good for killing out tanks, and she is really good at killing tanks when maxed out, so I prefer this only like stationary targets. Your gadget sucks, you only have one. Stew. Stew's gas will heal. If you still know how to play Stew after the nerf, I recommend. Don't know how to play Stew after the nerf, just use your drag, use Breakthrough or Speed Zone. Preferable choice for you, I would use Breakthrough over this because you can open up the map to help your teammates. On to the rare brawlers. El Primo, even after your latest buff, you still kinda suck. I use Meteor Rush, and El Fuego's only good if you're still a skilled Primo player. Don't use Meteor Asteroid Belt. I like calling it the Meteor gadget. It's just a meteor, but Asteroid Belt on stationary targets. Barley with extra nauseous could be dangerous. Same goes with medical use if you still know how to play barley from far range. Sticky syrup mixer and herbal tonic, both good gadgets if you know how to use this one. My bad. Poco. Da Capo over Screeching Solo, because with his recent nerf, or if you remember the buff that he got like last season or 2 seasons ago to my knowledge, he was able to charge his super with 5 hits, so people were using Screeching Solo to make it more annoying. But since he got nerfed, you can still use Screeching Solo, but Da Capo, I'd recommend you using it. Sorry for the YouTube notification. But Tuning Fork or Protective Tunes, I would rather not use Protective Tunes. I'd rather use Tuning Fork. Rosa. Plant Life or Thorny Gloves, both good star powers, but Plant Life is still better. Grow Light so you can help her, or help Rosa, or this helps Rosa a lot for that matter, with her Plant Life star power. And Unfriendly Bushes, still good. With Thorny Gloves, I recommend. Plus, we're on the super rare brawlers. Rico. Robo Retreat or Super Bouncy, preferable choice. I don't know which one you could use. This is good for like extra damage if you still know how to play Rico, and this is still, Robo Retreat is still good. Bouncy Castle or this. You suck, multi-ball launcher. I'd rather use Bouncy Castle because you heal every shot. Daryl. Steel Hoops. Come on, rolling reload just to help you reload faster? I mean, I use it sometimes still, but no. Plus, Tar Barrel is still pretty hard to use. Use Roll Cling Rotator or the Helicopter gadget for that matter. Penny, the one that's got a recent buff. Balls of Fire or Last Blast are both really good star powers. Either your choice to use both. Captain's Compass is good for Balls of Fire, and Pocket Detonator is good with Last Blast. Carl, Power Throw or Protective Pirouette. If you're like an offensive Carl and want to pressurize the team more, Power Throw's your play. If you were gonna play offense or defense with Carl, Protective Pirouette. Use Flying Hook over Heat Injector, by the way, because Flying Hook you can get anywhere basically. Jackie, either Hardy Hat with its recent nerf though, or Counter Crush with its buff. I'd rather use both. Either way, they're both so good. Same goes for her gadget, still good. On to the epics. We have Piper. I use Ambush or Snappy Sniping if it's less bushy. Only use Ambush if it's more bushy. Her homing recipe is really good still, even after its visual nerf, it's still pretty good. Same goes for Auto Aimer if you still have problems dealing with enemies who get up close to you. Pam. I have mixed opinions with Pam. Mama's Squeeze is actually better than this. Mama's Hug. Why? 800 damage. That's like a lot of damage if you think about it. That's like basically more than Pam almost does. That's a lot of damage. And Scrap Sucker, I don't barely use it at all. I still use Pulse Modulator, but they're both so good gadgets. Frank. Oh boy, this is a good gadget if you still know how to use it, and with Power Grab, it's still pretty good. But I'd recommend using Active Noise Cancellation. BB, with Home Run, it's still the same thing, but with a recent nerf with Batting Stance, it kind of changes her up, so use Home Run. Nani, either Tempered Steel, preferable choice if you're going to do her in Knockout, or Autofocus so you can get some cheeky kills. Warp Blast or this, Return to Sender, they're both good gadgets. One can help you escape in a pinch, the other one can't, but it activates as a little shield. Edgar. Oh, Edgar, with your hardcore gadget, you're better still. Let's Fly, it's an okay gadget. After its recent nerf, who cares at that point, but Hard Landing still a good preferable star power. I'd rather use Fisticuffs. Mortis. We're gonna start with you. Creepy Harvest if you still remember how to play Mortis, or still know how to use Creepy Harvest. Or Cold Snake, the better version of this, so you can get extra range, but I don't really care what you use. Survival Shovel or Combo Spinner. Both are good gadgets. If you want to finish off enemies faster with his Harvest Star power, use Combo Spinner. Survival Shovel is really good if you're using Coiled Snake Mortis. Tara, Black Portal, or Healing Shade, both good star powers. One does damage, the other one doesn't. I prefer either Black Portal or Healing Shade. They're both really good gadgets too. Support from Beyond is not that bad. Unless you're Sandy, you can easily wipe them out, or Penny too. This is only good in some matches, or unless there's a Sandy, Jean, Magic Puffs, or Spirit Slap. If you actually are using Spirit Slap, you're skilled. This is takes a lot of skill. But Magic Puffs doesn't take much skill, but since if you want to be a good Jean, use Magic Puffs. Never use this gadget in your life. Only use Lamp Blowout. Mr. P. Handle with Care or Revolving Door. This was recently changed with Tin Can, which gave it a health boost. But Revolving Door is still kind of good with his Handle with Care star power, but you can't choose both. I'd rather use Handle with Care for the extra range. Either Portal Reinforcements with its recent nerf, it kind of sucks, or Surface Spell, which gives your porters a second chance at living if you can time it correctly. Sprout. Overgrowth. No, use Photosynthesis. If you still remember how to use Overgrowth, and wait the 5 seconds. Mulch. I don't know at this point. Mulch is good than Transplant, unless you still remember how to use Transplant still. Byron. Mr. Loki himself. Injection over this. Never use Molasses. Molasses sucks. Okay? Don't use it. Squeak. Super sticky if you play him really offensively, and I'd rather use this too. Chain Reaction, if enemies are all grouped up, it could be an instant kill basically for one enemy. Spike. With his recent gadget, Life Plant, good. It is good. That's good. That's a good gadget. With Popping Pincushion, it's kind of good in Heist, but no. Fertilizer, since he now heals with his, or since he now has a gadget that can heal him, don't use this anymore. Use Curveball. Crow. A fun brawler to use. Karen Crow, if you're playing solo, unless you're Lex, who knows how to play Crow more than me, I'd rather use Extra Toxic to be extra toxic with Crow. Defense Booster, or the longest slow in the game, depends, and personal preference too. Leon, with his recent Lollipop drop, this kind of sucks, but with Lollipop drop, it could mean value for your team. And Invisi-Heal is kind of an alternative, better choice than in Smoke Trails. Oops. I'd rather use Invisi-Heal a bit more, because Invisi-Heal, you heal more faster than any brawler in the game. It's better off using that. Amber. A brawler I kind of hate playing more than any other brawler. Either Scorching Siphon or Wild Flames. Wild Flames can help you get 2 puddles on the map compared to 1 puddle if you're using Scorching Siphon. And plus you also auto-charge your super on there, so it's better off using Wild Flames and Firestarter. Mixed with Wild Flames or Scorching Siphon could help you a lot. Gale. Freezing Snow over Blustery Blow, only with more wall maps. And Twister with Spring Injector. Got nerfed, but I'd rather use Twister. Surge. Colette. Mass Tax or Push It. Good. Just only this exists for cheese. You exist for heist. Lou. To be honest, with his recent Cairo Syrup gadget over Ice Walk, Cairo Syrup, and use Super Cool with Cairo Syrup. Hypothermia with its recent nerf, or buff, not nerf, but really big buff, where you can't now, enemy brawlers can reload 75% of the ammo, it's actually good. Colonel Ruffs. Air Superiority, this is fun to use. If you use Field Promotion, I think you still do the frickin' Frank, a lot of health glitch. It's not really a glitch, it's a broken star power to this day. And I'd rather use air support. Bell, never in your life use grounded. Only use positive feedback. And Buzz. I think Buzz is very self-explanatory. Ice Sharp. Well, that covers all the brawlers I just did. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I really don't care at this point. See you guys in the next one. Bye.